The How to Train Your Dragon franchise has introduced us to an incredible array of dragons, each with unique features and abilities. In this video, we'll count down the top 20 dragons in the How to Train Your Dragon universe, ranking them based on their length, wingspan, and weight. Starting off at number 20, we have the Stormcutter, a sharp class dragon known for its distinctive X-shaped wings and incredible agility in flight. Measuring approximately 31 feet in length with a wingspan of 48 feet, the Stormcutter is a medium to large sized dragon that weighs in at about 2,500 pounds. The Stormcutter is set apart from other dragons by its two sets of wings, which give it excellent maneuverability. It can perform many complex aerial movements, such as taking sharp turns, hovering in place, sideways flight, and navigating through tricky rock formations. When resting, the Stormcutter uses its second set of wings as a pair of front legs, placing their claws on the ground as it walks around. This dragon's firepower consists of a tornado-shaped blast, similar to the Typhoon, which it can sustain for prolonged periods of time to force back adversaries. In close combat, the Stormcutter's sharp talons and beak make it a dangerous opponent. This dragon can also rotate its head 180 degrees like an owl, an ability that is amplified by the Stormcutter's high intelligence and problem-solving abilities. These dragons are masters of using their environment to their advantage and developing tactics on the fly. At number 19, we encounter the Alpha Shadowwing, a unique Stoker-class dragon that is one of the few binary breeds featured in the franchise. Growing to 40 feet in length with an impressive wingspan of 60 feet and weighing around 1,600 pounds, the Alpha Shadowwing is designed like an airplane carrier and functions almost exactly like one. This dragon carries a large number of dive-bombing small shadow wings hidden inside flaps underneath its massive wings. The little ones can either be deployed mid-flight or used as bombers to overwhelm the enemy. While the Alpha Shadowwing does not rely on breathing fire, it can unleash a potent sonic attack that can disorient multiple opponents simultaneously. This screech also serves as a call for the smaller dragons to reattach themselves to its wings. Furthermore, this dragon also has a smoke-breathing technique in its arsenal, which it uses to provide cover for the smaller dragons. Being the leader of the pack, the Alpha Shadowwing is extremely intelligent and has plenty of tricks to ensure it comes out on top. At number 18, we have the Raincutter, a mysterious sharp-class dragon that thrives in stormy conditions. This dragon's most distinctive feature is the sharp sails on its back and head, which make it more aerodynamic and, by extension, faster. Growing to approximately 50 feet in length, with a wingspan of 60 feet and weighing around 2,100 pounds, the Raincutter has the bulk to resist harsh weather conditions while engaging in aerial combat. The Raincutter's flames remain ignited in damp and rainy conditions, giving it a significant advantage when fighting or hunting in stormy weather. This dragon can also fire pressurized balls of water at its opponents, indicating that its round belly likely serves as a water storage tank. Despite being massive enough to tackle larger prey, the Raincutter primarily feeds on grubs and worms that thrive in damp soil, explaining the dragon's preference for wetter climates, much like its larger cousin, the Scaldron. But before that, at number 17, we have the Whispering Death, a boulder-class dragon that uses its 6 sets of sharp, rotating teeth to burrow underground all over the island of Berk. These serpentine dragons measure about 64 feet in length, with a shorter wingspan of 17 feet due to their subterranean lifestyle, and carry about 2,000 pounds of pure muscle and grinding power. Whispering Deaths possess incredible jaw strength, which allow them to tunnel through solid rock at incredible speeds, creating extensive underground networks with their signature whispering sound that terrifies the Vikings living above. Despite being a boulder-class dragon, the Whispering Death is a major threat in the air as well, as its long body is incredibly aerodynamic, and it can move even faster by rotating its body in a rapid circular motion. When threatened, the Whispering Death attacks with a disorienting flame pattern that includes weaker rings of fire that expand as they travel outward, along with a focused white-hot jet that travels down the center. Even though these dragons are nearly blind, they possess incredible hearing, smell, and vibration sensitivity, allowing them to track prey through solid earth and emerge anywhere at any time. Number 16 showcases the Crimson Gorgutter, a boulder-class dragon that serves as one of the most heavily armored defenders in the dragon world. Measuring 65 feet in length, with a wingspan of 90 feet and weighing a massive 17,000, yes, you heard that right, 17,000 pounds, the Crimson Gorgutter is built like a living fortress. These dragons are majestic creatures, sporting an enormous pair of antlers and an axe-shaped tail club that can be used as deadly weapons in combat. They also possess armor plating so thick that most weapons simply bounce off their hide. Despite being so powerful, the Crimson Gorgutter is a mild-mannered dragon that is extremely loyal to its alpha and its friends. It will only attack when provoked, but once it begins, this dragon will keep on fighting until the threat has been eliminated. Much like other boulder-class dragons, the Crimson Gorgutter's firepower consists of molten lava, which is sometimes used to coat its fireproof antlers before charging into battle. Number 15 brings us the hideous Zippleback, one of the largest mystery-class dragons and a master of chemical warfare. Measuring 66 feet in length, with a wingspan of 38 feet and weighing approximately 6,036 pounds, the hideous Zippleback's two-headed design makes it uniquely dangerous in combat. One head produces flammable gas, while the other creates an electrical spark, allowing for devastating explosive attacks that can level entire structures. The Zippleback's ability to separate its gas and ignition functions means it can create complex tactical scenarios, such as hiding behind a veil of gas or setting itself on fire and charging the enemy as a flaming wheel of destruction. While their twin heads contain two independent dragons, they can transmit information instantly between each other. This allows the hideous Zippleback to coordinate well enough to attack multiple targets simultaneously, making them nearly impossible to approach safely from any angle. At number 14, we have the Titan Wing Dromillion, the evolved form of one of the most adaptable dragons in the franchise. Even though the regular Dromillion only measures about 20 feet long, the Titan Wing on Dromillion Island was an impressive specimen, standing at 85 feet in length, with a 92-foot wingspan and weighing around 5,500 pounds. Dromillions possess the incredible ability to mimic the fire attacks of any dragon they encounter, making them living libraries of draconic firepower. These dragons can also mix and match the abilities of different dragons to create unpredictable combinations. Given the Titan Wing Dromillion's enhanced capabilities, a firefight with it is like facing every dragon species at once. This dragon also has a unique purple-yellow flame of its own, which explodes upon reaching its target. Unlike regular Dromillions, the Titan Wing can also camouflage itself, combining its impressive offensive capabilities with stealth and guile. Its intelligence and memory allow the Titan Wing Dromillion to learn from each encounter, making it more dangerous with every battle it survives. Number 13 brings us the Fireworm Queen, the massive matriarch of the Fireworm colony and a true force of nature in the Stoker class. Measuring an impressive 90 feet in length, with a wingspan of 36 feet and weighing approximately 6,000 pounds, the Fireworm Queen dwarfs most other dragons in sheer size and presence. The Fireworm Queen is also one of the most visually striking dragons in the series, with a pale gold glowing body that has tan-colored markings on her horns and underbelly. The horns on the back of this dragon's nape and the front of its snout jut out in the shape of a crown, giving it a truly regal appearance. The Fireworm Queen's most unique ability is heating up its skin to a temperature rivaling that of the sun's surface, making her hot enough to burn anything that makes contact. This property is also the fireworm species' greatest weakness, as stepping out of the nest on a cold day would rapidly sap their energy due to the loss of body heat. What makes the Fireworm Queen truly terrifying is her ability to command thousands of smaller fireworms that act as extensions of her will. This bustling, blazing army burns hotter the more individuals it has, and can overwhelm opponents through sheer numbers alone. Number 12 on our list features the Eruptodon, a boulder-class dragon that literally embodies the power of volcanic forces. Measuring 93 feet in length, with a wingspan of 149 feet and weighing approximately 12,500 pounds, the Eruptodon is one of the most geologically powerful dragons in existence. These dragons feed on lava and typically live inside active volcanoes. They possess a thick armor of cooled volcanic rock, which makes Eruptodons nearly immune to heat-based attacks from other dragons. As the Eruptodon matures, its body temperature increases, and the dragon glows with heat at the peak of its power. Even though it's typically not a fighter, this dragon can fire the lava that it consumes in the form of focused blasts. It also possesses fireproof saliva, which can be used even by humans to protect themselves when approaching a volcano. At number 11, we encounter the Scaldron, a massive tidal-class dragon that rules the coastal waters with boiling fury. This dragon is one of the few species that hunts other dragons, often feeding on smaller tidal-class creatures like the Sea Shocker and Sliquifier. Growing to 102 feet in length, with a wingspan of 104 feet and weighing approximately 3,000 pounds, the Scaldron is perfectly adapted to dominate the oceans. Instead of fire, Scaldrons scoop massive quantities of water into their mouths, heat it until it boils, and fire scalding jets of superheated water and steam at their targets. Despite being immensely strong in its natural habitat, the Scaldron cannot survive too long out of the water, as it will rapidly dry out and perish within hours. Furthermore, the Scaldron is not the biggest and baddest sea dragon, and the hunter can become the hunted when targeted by larger dragons, such as the Submarrier or Purple Death, who we'll see later on in this video. Moving on to number 10, we have the Typhoon, a massive Stoker-class dragon, known for its unique fire-breathing pattern and hunting methods. Measuring 109 feet in length, with a wingspan of 201 feet and weighing close to 3,000 pounds, the Typhoon is a true giant of the skies. Its sheer size, along with its large horns and disproportionately large wingspan, make the Typhoon an intimidating figure. These dragons shoot their flames in the form of massive fire tornadoes that burn everything in their path while leaving what lies in the center unharmed, allowing them to trap prey without incinerating them. Their fire tornadoes can travel hundreds of meters and maintain their destructive power over vast distances, making them siege weapons as much as dragons. Typhoomerangs also possess tremendous physical strength, being able to carry multiple medium-sized dragons, knock down trees, and even generate gusts powerful enough to put out forest fires with a flap of their wings. At number 9, we encounter the Titan Wing Singtail, the evolved form of one of the most versatile combat dragons in the franchise. Standing 150 feet in length, with a wingspan of 167 feet, and weighing around 4,500 pounds, the Titan Wing Singtail is the pinnacle of Stoker-class evolution. Unlike the case of the Dramillions, Singtails are already pretty massive and powerful, making its Titan Wing form an absolute beast. Thanks to the gills on their underbellies, Titan Singtails can shoot streams of fire from their mouths, bellies, and tails simultaneously, creating 360-degree defensive capabilities. Their independently moving eyes give them complete situational awareness, and they can use their belly flames as rocket boosters for incredible speed bursts. The Titan Singtail can also perform incredible feats of strength, such as carrying multiple smaller dragons. Number 8 brings us the Timberjack, a gigantic sharp-class dragon that is literally built to be a weapon. Measuring an impressive 171 feet in length, with a wingspan of 315 feet, this dragon almost makes the Typhoomerang's massive wingspan look small. The Timberjack is easily one of the largest flying dragons in the franchise, and clocks in at a relatively light weight of 2,700 pounds, probably due to its slender body that contrasts sharply with the width of its wings. This dragon's razor-sharp wings can slice through entire forests of trees in a single pass, and not even the thickest tree trunk can slow down its flight. Given that it flies through trees on the regular, the Timberjack has extremely tough wings that can also be used as shields against fire and projectile weapons. Even though the Timberjack's main weapon is its wings, this dragon is also capable of producing an oil-based fire that burns hotter than most fuel-based dragon fires. However, this dragon is not an aggressive species, often helping out humans by chopping wood with its wings and helping them set the logs alight with its oil. At number 7, we have the Submarrier, a gigantic tidal-class dragon that rules the deep ocean waters. Growing to an impressive 166 feet in length, with a wingspan of 113 feet and weighing about 4,000 pounds, these massive predators are among the apex hunters of the sea. The Submarrier is certainly an odd-looking dragon, with its short wings and neck, and unusually large head. However, the reason for this becomes clear when you see its primary mode of attack. Submarriers can create powerful whirlpools by drawing water into their enormous mouths with incredible suction force. These vortexes pull in everything in their path, including entire Viking fleets, and even large dragons such as Scaldrons. Instead of breathing fire, these dragons can reverse their whirlpool ability to fire targeted water jets containing sharp debris from sunken vessels, creating deadly projectile attacks that can punch through ship hulls. Also, don't let the Submarrier's large size and awkward proportions fool you. These dragons are incredibly agile underwater, and can appear behind their targets without warning, making them the ocean's perfect ambush predators. Number 6 features the Shellfire, a colossal tidal dragon that serves as the deep sea's specialized artillery weapon. Measuring 332 feet in length, with a wingspan of 300 feet and weighing around 8,000 pounds, the Shellfire is a living underwater siege engine. These massive dragons can launch plasma-charged boulders over distances exceeding a mile, with their projectiles exploding like bombshells upon impact. Shellfires can fire these devastating attacks in rapid succession, capable of leveling entire settlements from the safety of the open ocean. The Shellfire's incredible size and distinctive armored carapace makes it resistant to most attacks, including physical hits and dragonfire. The massive horns on its head serve not only as a tool for intimidation, but can also be deadly piercing weapons. Despite its strength and power, the Shellfire is actually a timid creature that hides away in the deep seas. However, it can be rather territorial and often engages in combat with its natural adversaries, such as the Octofin and Submarrier. At number 5, we encounter the Screaming Death, a gigantic, heavily mutated whispering death, with its white scales, gleaming red eyes, and massive spines. This dragon is sure to strike terror into the heart of anyone who lays eyes on it. This albino titan measures a massive 365 feet in length, with a relatively smaller wingspan of about 125 feet, and weighs approximately 14,000 pounds. The Screaming Death possesses all the regular strengths of regular whispering deaths, but ramped up to the maximum with a few extra abilities to boot. Given its massive size and spiky exterior, the Screaming Death can take out any threat by simply crashing into it. A lifetime of tunneling through solid rock has made this dragon extremely durable, and there are very few attacks that make it through its tough scales. In addition to the Whispering Death's fire rings, the Screaming Death can unleash large explosive fireballs in rapid succession, and its powerful shrieks can disorient even dragons that are partially deaf. The Screaming Death is so rare and powerful that only one specimen is known to exist, making it a legendary threat that can destabilize entire islands. Number 4 brings us the Purple Death, a gigantic tidal-class dragon of legendary proportions that strikes fear into the hearts of Vikings and dragons alike, measuring approximately 390 feet in length, with a wingspan of 350 feet, and weighing an estimated 21,000 pounds. We're really getting into the big leagues with this dragon. The Purple Death's movements alone can trigger underwater earthquakes, and its sheer presence in the ocean can destabilize entire coastal regions. This dragon's strength is almost unparalleled, using its physical prowess to push, shove, and crush opponents, while its explosive firepower can burn down entire fleets in a single breath. Vikings believe this dragon was the Serpent of Midgard from legend, heralded to bring Ragnarok, the end of the world. At number 3, we have the Purple Death's cousin, the Red Death. This massive Stoker-class dragon once terrorized the Viking world as the ultimate predator, reaching over 400 feet in length with a wingspan of 550 feet and weighing approximately 22,000 pounds. This dragon is a living nightmare made flesh. As an alpha species, Red Deaths possess the ability to force smaller dragons to obey their will, even against their natural instincts. The Red Death uses methane to power enormous flame jets that can effortlessly incinerate entire fleets of Viking ships in seconds, while its powerful inhalation creates a vacuum that sucks other dragons into its mouth. This dragon's entire body is covered in dense scales and horns, and along with its thick hide, these features make the Red Death virtually invincible. Catapult shots simply bounce off it, and the dragon can throw its weight about to smash through rocks and boulders unharmed. The Red Death's incredible durability allows it to even resist plasma blasts from Night Furies, making this dragon truly deserving of the right to rule. At number 2, we have the Forever Wing, a gigantic mystery-class dragon that serves as a living ecosystem and a natural fortress. This colossal dragon measures approximately 490 feet in length, with a wingspan that can exceed 550 feet, and weighs an estimated 25,400 pounds. The Forever Wing is an ancient dragon that no longer desires adventure. When hibernating, its massive size allows entire forests to grow on its back, providing perfect camouflage as the foliage blends in with the dragon's already woody and earthy appearance. The Forever Wing has not been seen breathing fire, but it's capable of producing lava that has the ability to burn down entire villages from its body. When awakened, this dragon can also produce an acid that is not as destructive as lava to defend itself. Just like the Red Death, the Forever Wing is an alpha species, meaning it can command other dragons, typically referred to as seedlings. This dragon can also use telepathy, which it demonstrated by communicating with Hiccup in Rise of Berk. This dragon's ability to remain dormant for extended periods makes it nearly impossible to locate, and awakening the Forever Wing can have catastrophic consequences for whoever decides to disturb its slumber. And finally, claiming the number 1 spot as the biggest dragon in the franchise is the Bewilderbeast, the undisputed king of all dragons. These titans measure an incredible 650 feet in length, with a wingspan of 275 feet, and weighing approximately 30,000 pounds, making them living ecosystems unto themselves. What makes Bewilderbeast so powerful is their ultimate alpha ability, complete mind control over other dragons, bending entire species to their will. However, untamed Bewilderbeast are generally benevolent creatures, using their icy breath to carve habitats for the dragons under its protection, and allowing them to maintain their independence. In battle, these dragons breathe supercooled water that freezes into ice crystals as large as themselves, instantly encasing targets in thick ice. Their thick hide serves as the perfect defense, while the Bewilderbeast's massive tusks are a fearsome offensive tool. Despite having wings, this dragon does not seem to be capable of flying. As a tidal-class dragon, the Bewilderbeast is an adept swimmer, and its wings appear to function as fins when underwater. The Bewilderbeast's resilience, strength, and mind manipulation techniques place it clearly at the apex of the dragon hierarchy. But the world of dragons is vast and uncharted, and the deep seas could easily hide a potential challenger to its throne. And that concludes our countdown of the top 20 biggest dragons in How to Train Your Dragon. Which of these incredible dragons impressed you the most? Let us know in the comments down below.